now time to talk with the Executive Director for the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Suzanne Levine. Suzanne has held this position since the August of 2012 and has worked diligently to support the West Bloomfield community here for the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning on this, the start of the Super Bowl party weekend.
Yes, exactly. Suzanne, you guys have some of those great programs for the Chamber of Commerce. One of those programs is the Women Inspiration Network, other known as WIN. Can you tell us a little bit about that network and how it's helping women in our community?
Yes, that's great. The WIN, I love acronyms because it's easy to remember. We created that several years ago because we found there was a need in the community for women, and it's not exclusive to women. Certainly any man can, join in and listen to some of the information and advice, but there was a need for women to have sort of a specific issues addressed to them. So we created it, and it's been great. It's usually the fourth Thursday of every month. We used to hold them at West Bloomfield Library, but because of the pandemic, obviously we had to pivot like everyone else. So right now they're still virtual. We're hoping to go back in person, but we've had some really great speakers, and I'm really excited about the upcoming one on Thursday, February 24th.
And Suzanne, before we talk about that one that's coming up, can you tell us a little bit about the past events that you guys have had for the virtual programming and a little bit about some of those issues and advice that your speakers have talked about there?
Well, as you know, we do have other different great networking events to give advice. We have our Connect with an Expert, our big business innovation generator, and of course our senior resource group. But the WIN, some of the speakers have been motivational speakers on finance, on specific health issues that are endemic to women. And that's why we've really tried to kind of sort of carry it out, how to be in a room with men and have your voice heard. So there's just quite a few topics that we're still looking to address, and we're always looking for great speakers. So if anyone out there has a great topic they'd like us to address, or even if they know someone that would be a fabulous speaker, you do not have to be a chamber member to be a speaker.
Suzanne, let's talk a little bit about that new networking event coming up on the 24th. Can you tell us about the topic that will be discussed there and a little bit about the speaker, and if someone wants to go and register for that Women Inspiration Network event, how they can do so?
Absolutely. So one of our community partners is Jewish Federation Services, JFS, and it turns out that the week of February 21st through the 27th, I believe, they're doing an entire Zoom series on what they call disordered eating. I guess they've kind of changed the verbiage a little bit. Not to make it seem like a disorder. It used to be eating disorders, but they kind of, change it. And I know that women everywhere, and even men we all have weight issues, whether, it's because of social media telling us we have to look a certain way. But we know that even today, there's fat shaming, and then there's the reverse of fat shaming, as you see what happened with Adele. When she lost all her weight, she got a lot of pushback, negative pushback. So I think we have to do better as a society to allow people to, be what they need to be and not put so much pressure on them to look a certain way. I know that they've tried to do some of that in magazines with, plus size models, but we still have a long way to go. And we know that especially during the pandemic, a lot of our mental health issues have come to the forefront, and certain bulimia, anorexia, body dysmorphia, these are real issues, and they can lead to major health issues, as well as, unfortunately, in some cases like Karen Carpenter, death. So it's a really important topic. We're so excited. We have Deanie Peterson. She's still working on two great social worker doctors to address this. It'll be February 24th at 8:30 to 9:30, and anyone can join in. I'm waiting for some more information before I put it on our website, but certainly anyone can register once it goes on there. The more the merrier, and it will be on our Facebook Live. So I think it's just a really important topic that it's kind of a hidden topic. Women don't necessarily want to talk about their, body issues, but especially for teens, moms and parents of teens need to really address this before it becomes something that is a major health crisis in their teens' lives.
Suzanne, as we wrap up here, is there any other information that you want to share about that talk happening on February 24th, or anything else happening in the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce happening this month?
Yes, we're really excited that we're really starting to transition to a little more in-person events. We're going to be reinstituting our Cup of Connections, where we're going to be going into local businesses from 8 to 9 o'clock. Grab a cup of coffee, get to meet your local business. We're going to be at Royal Dental on March 11th. It's always the second Friday of every month. So I'll have to rush back to be able to be interviewed. Maybe we can even do some of them from where these businesses are, to give it a different flavor. But people can always go to our website, westbloomfieldchamber.com. They can email me at wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com. We always welcome different ideas, and hopefully we'll be back at the library for in-person events soon.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Suzanne. It's always a pleasure to talk to you on Friday mornings.
Well, thank you so much, because this is, as I always reiterate, this is such an important community event that you do. You sponsor all of our events. You help with the library and the parks and the township and the chamber. So we're very grateful for all that you do for us.
Oh, well, we appreciate it. Thank you, Suzanne.
Right, and go Matt Stafford.
Yes.